alumni, and community members
along with Newbury
will mark
Toe,
the
and we bring
milestone
you
with a host of
downfield,
celebratory
celebrating 40
activities,
years of Brockton High
beginning
School
tonight
here in
with the
Brockton,
whole
Massachusetts.
football
We've got the
game.
mayor and we've got the principal of Brockton High down on the field getting ready to make a few comments, along with our superintendent.
Okay, go ahead, Mr. Superintendent. Gary's saying yeah.
Dr. Malone, if you'd like to start off, please.
Good evening, Brockton High School. My name is Matt Malone, and I am the superintendent of schools in arguably the greatest city in America and the greatest high school in the world. Let me be brief and thank you for coming tonight to the 40th anniversary of the opening of Brockton High School and the 40th anniversary of community schools, an entity that touches thousands of kids on a daily basis in good enrichment activities both before and after school. Tonight, it's a privilege to recognize 7 straight years of being honored as the highest performing urban high school in the country, and our most recent accolades on the front page of the New York Times. This school in this city is a powerhouse of excellence. We play hard on the fields, we play hard in the classroom, we take everything serious, and we make no excuses. We get results, and we make Brockton look good on a daily basis. It's an honor to be your superintendent. And tonight, it's with great privilege that I present to you one of our proudest graduates, Mayor Linda Balzotti.
Good evening, everyone. I have to tell you how happy and proud I am to be here tonight. One, because football is near and dear to my heart. My father played football for Brockton High. He was the class of 1942. Also, I'm proud to be here as a member of the class of 1979. I'm not only the first female mayor to be elected in the city, I'm actually the first Brockton High graduate in the last 2 decades to be mayor of the city of Brockton. And I will tell you that wherever I go, I am proud to not only represent this school as a graduate, but to represent this school as the mayor and the leader of this city. I am so grateful for the privilege you all have given me. I thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. And that's one more thing to say. Go Boxers! And now it's my privilege to introduce to you the greatest principal in the universe of the greatest high school in the universe, Dr. Susan Zakowitz.
Welcome, everybody, and the first words I need to say are, happy birthday, Brockton High School! Woo! We're going to have an awesome year celebrating 40 years of excellence here. I am proud to be the principal, but I am also standing here as a member of the 1971 first graduating class. Where are my classmates? Yes, thank goodness some of you are still alive. So we really know how to celebrate. We had a great spirit day. We had the entire class of 2011 on this field. Yes, seniors. So have a happy birthday tonight to all of our alumni. We're going to have some special ceremonies at halftime. Enjoy the evening. Welcome home, alumni. And now our Brockton Boxer football team. Go Boxers!
Well, welcome back, everyone. There you have it, a nice kickoff to this 40th birthday party for Brockton High School, this new Brockton High School, now 40 years old newbie. And what a great game coming up, 3-1. Boxers going up against the 3-1 Red Raiders of Fitchburg.
Wow. What a start to this game over here. I mean, you got to be pumped up if you're a player right now, if you're a fan. I mean, Brockton High right now, I was talking to some of the players before the game. They want to win this for the alumni. This is important to them. It's important to the school. It's important to the city. I'm telling you this right now. The first 5 minutes is going to be very crucial for Fitchburg to weather the storm. It's like a playoff game. You know, it's like an NBA playoff game. That first 5-10 minutes, you got to weather the storm because the crowd is behind Brockton's back. It's going to be very crucial. You got to be able to depend on your leadership if you're Fitchburg and weather the emotion that the Brockton Boxers are going to come off in that first 5-10 minutes of the game.
And as you know, Brockton's coming off a big win last week against another Catholic powerhouse, St. John, 17-14. And what a great rebound after that disappointing defeat of Xaverian 2 weeks ago.
Exactly. You know, I'm looking at the schedules right now. I mean, Brockton, you know, they won that close game. That's more impressive than dominating teams. It shows that, you know, you can beat the good teams, and then when push comes to shove, they allowed no points in the fourth quarter. That is crucial right there. No points in the fourth quarter. That shows that you're a championship-driven team. When push comes to shove, there's a theory called bend but don't break. Brockton Boxers may bend. They didn't play the greatest game of the whole world last week. You know, they had some weak spots. But at the end of the day, when push came to shove, the Brockton Boxers shut them down, and that impresses me more, and that shows that, you know, this is a championship-driven team.
Now, as you know, Brockton's quarterback Paul Martz doing a great job starting this year for the Boxers, leading this team towards hopefully another Super Bowl appearance. What do you think about this evening with Paul? How do you think he'll fare in this game?
Well, you know, it's really special. I mean, honestly, all the quarterbacks in Brockton High history, this guy Moras is actually been incredible because he has the ability to be patient in the pocket and not get flustered. I mean, of all the quarterbacks we've seen, we've had some fantastic quarterbacks in terms of Von Askew and Jesse Wazende and so forth. But this guy really comes out. His poise in the pocket is really second to none. I mean, really one of the best passing quarterbacks I've seen in Brockton High in a long, long time. It's really, really, really a treat to watch.
Yeah, now one of the mainstays in that backfield, Trevor Offley, coming off a subpar performance, 28 yards on 12 carries, but St. John's had a massive front defensive line, but they took care of things other ways. How you look at Trevor Offley coming off that shoulder injury a few weeks back? He looked pretty good last week. What do you think of Trevor?
Well, Trevor Offley, they call him Big Daddy. I mean, this guy, honestly, you know, when he comes to play, he's the real deal. And Brockton, what makes Brockton so exciting to watch, Miles, again, this is such a different team from what I've seen in the last couple of years, that Brockton now has a double threat. They don't need to just worry about running the football. So if Offley's having a bad game, all right, okay, that's cool. You know, you go out there, Morris, and you dominate, you throw the football. You know, if I'm having a bad game, hey, you know, I'm going to need you to run the football, 20, 25 times a game. And that's what Brockton has right now. We have so many weapons. You know, it's called the boom-pow theory. If the boom won't get you, the pow's going to get you. You know, that's what makes Brockton such a scary team right now.
Yeah, now Lucas DePina, looks like Brockton's going to kick off. Lucas DePina will be doing the kicking. He's having a great year kicking off as well as making some field goals as he did last week.
You know, again, in terms of kicking, it's not really a mainstay in high school football. And we've seen even last week, I mean, the opposition didn't even have a field goal kicker. But, you know, I'm thinking of Paul Bronco. You know, Brockton's always had these kickers. They're developing fantastic kickers, and this is yet again another one, just another weapon. You know, if it's 4th and 2 at the 20, you can actually kick a field goal and not worry about, having a turnover. Just another weapon that Brockton has.
Okay, here we go for the kickoff. Fitchburg with the football first. And their kick returner comes around the left side. He's got it open over there. He's to the 30, 35. Finally taken down at about the 38-yard line. Nice return by Fitchburg's kickoff returner. Perkins with the football. And Brockton's defense will be first on the field.
That's a way to quiet the crowd right there, with a nice run at the 40-yard line. Crowd got real quick. Crowd got quiet real quick on that one. Miles, the buzz in this atmosphere, in this stadium today, I mean, really, really exciting to be a part of. I mean, this is really not just another game. This is history. Really exciting to be a part of.
Yes, we got a lot of alumni here this evening, including myself, the class of '74. And here we go with the shotgun right away. And it's a fumble.
Loose ball. Recovered by Fitchburg.
So there was a miscue on the handoff there. I believe starting for quarterback is Anthony Figueroa, number 3 for Fitchburg.
I was talking to one of the coaches about what Fitchburg likes to do. They like to throw the football. They like to spread it out and throw the football. So the cornerbacks definitely have to be on their heels initially, because you don't see this too often. Teams have the ability to drop back and shotgun and spread out. They got 3 wide over here, 4 wide. Check that.
Okay, Figueroa back there in the shotgun. Long snap count. Throws it quickly out there to number 1. He cuts back inside. That's Perkins again.
Nice.
And Perkins close to the first down.
Nice job right there. Nice blocking by the Red Raiders after the initial catch right there. Looked like that reception was going to go for a few yards, but the great blocking pushed it to a 3rd and 1. This is what you want, Miles. 3rd and manageable. You don't want to go into your 3rd and 8s and 3rd and 7s. This is just what you want right here if you're Fitchburg.
And here you go, Fitchburg. The Red Raiders have their offense spread out. Lone man in the backfield, and he gives it right up the middle to him. 1st down and more for Fitchburg there. I can't see who the carry was. Number 5, Osby. Tyree Osby with the carry.
Runs it right through the gut of the Brockton Boxer defense right there. So far, a solid offensive start by Fitchburg.
First down for the Red Raiders. Right on Brockton.
So the Red Raiders are in Brockton territory with 9:10 on the clock and running. I'm Miles Jackson with Newbie Rito here at Marciano Stadium. And it's fake handoff. Quarterback goes to the outside, and he's hit and met behind the line of scrimmage. Nice play there.
Ball carried by Perkins.
Miles, according to the football rules, the newbie football rules, I'm pretty sure you're familiar with this book, Section 1, Ordinance 2, Part 1 clearly states you don't go east to west. You don't run east to west. You got to run downhill, and that's what the quarterback did right there. Got into trouble. You don't go east to west. You take your loss right there. End up losing a few yards on that offensive play.
Yeah, nice play by one of the linebackers, Zachary, there on the play.
Do you have that book, Miles, the newbie book of football knowledge?
No, I don't, but I got to get it.
Yeah, you got to get it. It's a hot topic right now. Paul Manov, our producer, has that book. He actually he reads it every day.
And it's a pitch out option out there to number 5. And that's Osby with the carry.
Looks like they got back their yards that they lost.
Yeah, they're about 6 yards from a first down. And it's 3rd down and about 7 yards to go.
If I'm Brockton right now, I'm bringing the heat right now. You want to put pressure on the quarterback. This is a passing possession. I'm bringing the heat.
And we got a timeout on Fitchburg. So the timeout with 8:13 on the clock here in the first quarter. And right now, I think Brockton's defense is feeling out Fitchburg's offense.
Exactly. I mean, good timeout called right here by Fitchburg in terms of, they realize how important the first possession is. You want to set the tone of the game. This is a very crucial part. But the way I see it right now, Fitchburg, this first offensive possession is already a success. So let's say they stop right now and punt the football. Brockton's probably around the 10-yard line. So just by getting positive yardage initially, that to take the crowd out the football game, you've initially you've dodged the first blow, in a sense. So this is already a successful drive from Fitchburg. Of course, you want to score to make it more successful, but in terms of field position, Fitchburg is already succeeding right now.
So again, Fitchburg is in Brockton territory. The ball is at about the 44-yard line of Brockton. Brockton in their red and black. Fitchburg in their white jerseys and silver pants. It's a beautiful night. It's probably around 60, 62 degrees outside. Perfect football weather this evening.
Outstanding day, outstanding events. Stay tuned for we'll have a fantastic halftime show, which I'm excited for.
And Quarterback stays in the pocket, throws deep, and has a man. And he catches it on double coverage, but it's fumbled. And they're going to say it's down. It was a catch by Osby out there. He was double teamed and made a great catch. But he was down. The ground caused the fumble, so that's a first down and a big play by Fitchburg.
Well, I think they're going to say his knee was down. He was initially down, so it wasn't a fumble. It wasn't a fumble. He was down right there, and that's what caused it. But I got to tell you what, Brockton had that pretty well covered. I mean, I'm surprised, there wasn't a deflection right there because he was double covered.
Yeah, great concentration by the wide receiver, Osby. First and goal for the Red Raiders. And they give the handoff to the running back there, and he's taken down behind the line of scrimmage. And that was Osby with the handoff.
The tackle in the backfield right there. I got to tell you what, Fitchburg already in the red zone right now. This is the time, you want to deliver right here when you're in the red zone. You don't just go to the red zone for fun. You go to the red zone for only one thing, for points.
So second and goal for Fitchburg. They've got the offense spread out, shotgun formation. Figueroa looks, passes up there, high pass, but he has it. And he maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage. That was number 8. Bernie Patel.
The thinking was correct. The execution was not there. The timing was off on that pass right there. It was a screen pass. Timing was off, though. You got to get the timing right on that one.
Yeah, Patel did a nice job going up high for the football. 6:36 on the clock. We got a nice crowd this evening here at Rocky Marciano Stadium. And it's a little reverse. Breaks one tackle and gets back down to about the line of scrimmage again. Nice coverage by the Brockton defense.
Yeah, Brockton doesn't fall for that little cute, reverse garbage. They're too fast for that. It just doesn't work. I've seen so many teams try to do that. It just does not work. And it's cute. It's nice. It fires up your mind a little bit, but it's not going to do anything against the Brockton defense. You got to, stay in your lane. Your strong point right now is passing the football and running in the inside. You want to stay in your lane and stay to what your strengths are.
Okay, fourth down and goal. Ball's at the 11th yard line of Brockton. Fitchburg has one chance here to try to get into the end zone. Passes in the end zone is dropped. Just a little bit behind him.
Oh, that's a meatball, Miles. You got to catch that, though. That's a lollipop right there. That's 6 points. Oh, buddy.
So Brockton's defense holds and will get the ball at the 11-yard line of the Brockton.
That right there separates winning from losing. You don't want to look back and say, oh, man, if I just caught that, I had a perfect stride for the end zone. Those plays right there are so crucial. But Brockton right now in tough field position.
Yeah, definitely perfect opportunity for Fitchburg to capitalize, and they couldn't capitalize on that big pass play. Okay, Brockton comes out. Your quarterback, Martz. Paul Martz. And he hands it off to, can't see it, but a nice tackle and breaking. That's Offley. And
Paul Miraz is absolutely, just, again, the year that he's having. Absolutely incredible.
Yeah, nice job. Nice running by Offley. Number 4, Trevon Offley. Number 44. And he gets a first down, so it's 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
First attempt for the Brockton on their own 22-yard line.
Brockton's in the I formation in the backfield. Marat holds on to the football, takes it up to the right side and gets a nice gain, almost a first down. And it could be a fumble.
It is a fumble. Wow. I'm not so sure about that, Miles. I thought he was down. I really don't know about that one.
And a big turnover right there for Brockton. They're stunned. It's somehow Marat's lost the football. And it was a nice run up until the point where he somehow lost the football.
Yeah, he probably lost football as he was going down. Knee probably didn't hit the ground, but yikes.
So a big break for Fitchburg. They got a 1st and 10 in Brockton territory. The ball is placed at the 30-yard line.
Well, this is a test right now. It's a great test for Brockton. Let's go to work. You know, your offense didn't get a chance to execute, but you know, if you're Brockton right now, you wanna shut this team down in 4 downs and put your offense right back on the field.
20 seconds.
So a timeout, Brockton. 22nd timeout. And Coach Colombo is wondering what happened.
I thought he was down, but you know, both teams initially seem to be coming out a little rusty. Not as sharp as intended, I'm sure, for both teams.
1st and 10 for Fitchburg. And they hand it straight off to the running back, and he's taken behind the line of scrimmage.
Wow.
So the Red Raiders really can't get anything going on the ground game at the moment.
Remember the Patriots' homeland defense with Ted Washington, Rodney Harrison, Ty Law. I mean, it looked like that right there, the Great Wall of China, just a.k.a. the Brockton defensive line. Ran right into a brick wall right there.
So 2nd down and about 12 yards to go. And Anthony Figueroa brings his team up to the line of scrimmage. Man in motion. And Figueroa hands it straight up to the running back, and he goes straight ahead for about 6 or 7 yards.
With the ball again.
And with the clock running, 3:48 left in this first quarter, no score.
They seem to have a success running right straight through the gut. When they go and with these sweep plays, when they try to go east and west and try to beat Brockton on the corners, that's when they struggle.
So here come the Red Raiders, Figueroa and company. Fitchburg has his offense spread out. A little jumping there. A little tricky here. He comes around the opposite end, and the boxes are right there. And they didn't fool anybody there.
I mean, is it just me, Miles? I mean, it doesn't work. You know, I mean, I don't understand the need to get cute. You know, when you're having something that works out, I mean, that's not Brockton. Brockton does not fall for that type of stuff because, you know, when you do these reverses, you're expecting the team to over pursue, and Brockton doesn't over pursue on defense. So these reverse plays are not going to work.
Plus, they have a lot of speed.
Exactly.
To
So
compensate
even if they do over pursue, they can get back.
So 4th down. Possible punting situation, but no. And he is sacked. That was a blitz there.
Yellow, how was your day today?
Number 56 in company for the Boxers, Joseph Previty and company. I believe number 32 also for Brockton, James Flores, the linebacker. And that was a nice call as far as defensive blitz call there. A perfect opportunity for Brockton to take advantage and get the football in decent field position.
Good, solid defensive stand right there. Nice statement by the Brockton Boxer defense. Out in 4 downs, giving the offense a mulligan, having a chance to finally draw first blood.
Timeout, 20-second timeout, shots to white.
So Fitchburg calls a 20-second timeout. Here with 2:26 left on the clock here in the first quarter. I'm Miles Jackson along with Newbie Rito. And we have no score, still 0-0. Brockton has turned the ball over one time.
You know, Fitchburg is definitely taking the crowd out the game, as I mentioned, because I expected Brockton to be coming out firing on all cylinders. on offense and defense with the emotion of the crowd being the 40th anniversary and all the festivities going on campus. But, Fitchburg definitely is holding their own right now. So, Brockton really needs to come out, get the crowd back into the game. And the way to do that is to gain positive yardage and get scores.
So Maratz and company are lined up, I formation in the backfield. Stays in the pocket, gets a pass rush, goes to his right, looks downfield, finds a receiver, and he streaks down the sideline. And that was number 8, Jesse Monterio, with a nice catch and run after he received the football.
I mean, the ability for Maratz to throw on the run like that. I mean, you don't see that in high school football. I mean, to move on the run and throw against your body like that, just an absolute, fundamentally sound player who really gets the game of football. Outstanding reception right there by Montero.
Yep, 1st and 10 inside Fitchburg territory. Ball is placed at the 30-yard line, just inside. And a little pitch out there to Offley. Turns the corner, has got an opening, and he takes advantage. He's going to go in for a touchdown. Offley with an easy touchdown from about 29 yards out. Let's call it a 29-yard touchdown run. That was picture perfect.
Everyone's going to credit, Offley for the touchdown. Fantastic. But I'm looking at number 48. Just an absolutely fantastic Alex Moretta. The block that he put on right there was incredible. I mean, that's how you block someone right there. I mean, just, opening up the lanes right there. I mean, just a truck could drive right through that hole. I mean, great, running offensive line right there, clicking on all cylinders right there. That's what impresses me more is the blocking by the offensive line.
Yeah, beautiful blocking. And we'll have the extra point here by DePina. Kick is up, and kick is no good. It just hit the crossbar, and that's something you don't see too often is DePina missing an extra point.
I'm wondering if someone got a hand on that, because it seemed like either someone got a hand on it or he lost his footing, because that was even close. I'm losing when people miss extra points wide left or wide right, not short. I think someone must have got a hand on that one.
Yeah, definitely. It looks like somebody got their hand on it. I believe the snap to the holder wasn't quite crisp, and that might have had something to do with it, with somebody getting their hand on the football. So we got a 6-0 lead with 2 minutes and 6 seconds left here in this first quarter, and Brockton draws first blood.
I got to tell you what, I mean, that was a fantastic drive right there. Drive probably lasted no longer than 3 minutes. I mean, just down to business right there. This is how Brockton needs to treat this game. Like, it's a business trip right now. You go in, you do your work, you punch in, you punch out. You don't try to play around, let this team hang around and do what you got to do.
So Brockton will kick off as the touchdown got the crowd going and on its feet.
Really awesome right now to see the alumni in the house. I'm actually seeing a few football players, Art Diaz and Jason Vega, who are on the Super Bowl 2004 team, who, everyone remembers that game. I mean, you had to call I was against Everett. I mean, probably one of the greatest high school games, period, in history. And I'm not just being biased. I'm a Brockton fan. I mean, you could talk to people right there. That was quite a game.
No, you're absolutely right there, newbie. So Brockton is all set. Ball is taken at the goal line. And he is met and tattooed right there at the 15-yard line by number 22 or 26, I believe.
It's called the boom power play. If the boom doesn't get you, the power will. Wow. I mean, absolutely just.
Yeah, that was Shaquin Louise.
Wow. Just an absolute gang tackle right there. I mean, the aggression by this Brockton defense, the special teams. Wow. Incredible. Putting them in tough position at the 17-yard line.
Yeah, Fitchburg has his hands full. They really need to try to, again, keep control of this football and move down the field and keep Brockton's offense off the field. And there's a little pitch out, and he's met close to a first down, and I believe he did get a first down. Nice pitch out, but he paid the price for it.
Definitely did right there. Brockton, I mean, on every player is just delivering a punishment and then making you earn and feel every yard that you got.
Run by the Red Raiders is the first down. First attempt at the home 29.
Quarterback hands the ball off to the running back.
Right up Main Street right there, just running right through the,
And that was Osby with the carry.
right into the belly of the beast and running right through the Brockton defense. Again, throughout this whole game, having success running right through the gut.
So it's second down and about 1 yard to go for the Red Raiders of Fitchburg.
Second down and 1 from the 37.
And a quarterback sneak, but he just makes it on a second effort because he was stuffed right there at the line of scrimmage.
You know, I'm going on a limb and saying it looked like someone jumped. I thought Fitchburg had a false start on that one.
So that'll bring them first down with 59 seconds left in this first quarter. Brockton with the 6-0 lead. And Figueroa comes back out to the field, and he lines up in a shotgun position. They've got 2 wideouts at the top of your screen, 2 wideouts at the bottom. And he gets it over there quickly to his wide receiver. He bolts out there past the 50-yard line, or just at the 50.
And Miles, Brockton has these plays down. They're just missing tackles. I mean, that should have been lost right there. You know, it's just an absolute, just a missed tackle, right? This fundamental mental errors that Brockton's having. But, you know, Brockton is shutting down this team, and you know, when they're doing these short passes to the flat.
And Quentin Perkins took advantage of the missed tackles and gets the ball to the 50-yard line. And Figueroa pitches it out just in time, and he is met at the line of scrimmage
They are
by
hitting
a
hard
slew
today,
of
boy.
Brockton defenders.
Osby will be carried.
That was Ralph Cherry and company with the tackle. And Ralph Cherry coming up from his defensive back position to help out on that play.
The end of the first quarter. Boxers 6, Red Raiders 0.
And there you have it. End of the first quarter. Your Brockton Boxers 6-0 as they will face opposite ends. And what do you see so far, Newbie?
You know, very, very impressed with Brockton's resiliency. To be quite honest, they're rusty in the beginning of the offense. But, you know, coming back after the fumble by Fitchburg and driving all the way, driving 60 yards for the touchdown. This shows the resiliency and the leadership of this team and leadership of the quarterback, of getting back, you know, having short memory. You know, after fumbling the football, you don't get down on yourself. You want to go back out there and get some more points. On the Fitchburg side, impressed with them in terms of getting the crowd out the game initially. But, you know, that's all well and good, but getting the crowd out the game is not going to make you win the game. You can score some points. And, you know, they blew the opportunity right now, so now here's their time to give them a punch of their own. You know, you really just got to be aggressive. The way I see Fitchburg right now, this east to west garbage, not going to work. You know, right down the middle, run right downhill. And I think that's how you're going to attack Brockton right now. And that's what they're having. You need to stick to that success. I don't know if you remember last week, you know, Shrewsbury, in terms of St. John's, was running the football, and then they stopped and started passing the football, you know, which led to the penalties and so forth, and that's why they lost the game. Stay in your lane. That's the point. Stay at what you're good at. Don't try to get cute. Don't do reverse stuff if you're Fitchburg. Stay in your lane.
So there you have it. Brockton's waiting for Fitchburg to come back out on the field. Fitchburg doing a pretty good job holding on to the football, just no points to show for it. Golden opportunity there in the first quarter to score some points, but Brockton's defense held them to nothing right down there by the 11-yard line, Brockton's own 11. So here come the Red Raiders. Again, offense is spread out with the shotgun formation. Figueroa drops back, and that isn't Figueroa back there. That's number 11 for Fitchburg. Let's see who that is. That's Kyle Phillips. So the coach for Fitchburg, head coach Ray Kazenza, decided to try Kyle Phillips.
I wasn't going to try that name.
Head coach?
Yeah. Well, you got that, Miles.
Ray Kazenza. So it's second down and about 15 yards to go, a 5-yard loss on the play. And Kyle Phillips back in the shotgun. Phillips, fake handoff, gets it to his receiver, and he drops it, and there was no excuse there. He should have held on to the football.
Just another lollipop right there that you got to catch. I mean, just a gimme. But he heard footsteps, so that's why he dropped it. He heard footsteps. He realized if he caught that football, he was going to get tattooed. You know, that's the dangers of running in the middle of the field. I mean, you know, you're going to get the yardage, but you're going to feel the pain.
Yeah, that was Bernie Patel, number 8, who dropped the football. So to bring out third down and 15 yards to go.
What a crowd we have here today. I mean, awesome. I mean, just everyone's filing in. You can't see one, you know, empty bleacher. I mean, just everyone here. I mean, this is really beautiful.
Yeah, a lot of red and black represented this evening. Exactly. I've got my red and black on. Where's your red and black?
My red and black is in my heart. You know,
right,
I'm so filled with Brockton pride. I don't need to wear red and black. It's in my heart.
Well, actually, no, I'm looking at your hat, and you got some red and black up there in your hat, so you're representing.
There you go.
And it's a fumble, almost. Well, incomplete.
Should have been an interception.
Long pass downfield is incomplete, so Brockton will take over because Fitchburg will punt the football.
Like I was saying, Miles, I mean, these games right here, it's fun when they become events. You know, Game 7 is not a game, it's an event. The Super Bowl is not a game, it's an event. The 40th anniversary, it's not just a game, it's an event. So it's great to be a part of history.
Yes, it is. So Fitchburg will punt the football. Low snap. But nice high kick. Brockton lets the ball drop, and it'll go in favor of Fitchburg, and they'll let it roll down to about the 22-yard line.
Solid kick right there. I mean, putting Brockton in not the best field position, but definitely putting them back at their own 24, looks like. Just want to remind everyone, stay tuned for the incredible halftime show. I got a sneak peek before the game started. I was checking it out. Really great stuff.
So Brockton comes out first and 10 at the 23-yard line, at their own 23. Wide out split all the way up to the top of your screen. Got I formation in the backfield. Maratz. Double handoff and try a little reverse, but it doesn't look like it's fooling Fitchburg. And
uh-oh. Finally
taken down. Albert Luis Jean did not want to go down. And none of the Fitchburg players could really get a handle on him.
It's like no one wanted to tackle him. They're thinking about, maybe, we'll see. Why not?
And he was just breaking tackles, throwing Fitchburg players off of him.
Loss of about 7 on the play. Second down and 17 from the 15.
Okay, Brockton splits out. Murat's at quarterback. And a little miscue on the handoff, and he's going to be taken down for another loss. A big loss. With 9:24 left to go in this half.
Ross with the carry, taken down for a loss.
Well, a big miscue there, which causes Brockton looks like they're about third down and about third down and 25 yards to go for a first.
It's called third and are you kidding me? Third and are you serious?
Third down and 25 from the 8.
Don't be surprised if you see a draw right here. Catch the defense off guard.
Rotz rolls out, stays in the pocket, fires downfield, has an open man, and he drops it. Had the open man, and
Ooh, that hurt Miles. That one hurt me. Wow. Right in the letters.
That was Jesse Monterio. He usually doesn't drop the football. Wide open in the flat, downfield, and just couldn't hang on to it.
Both teams having a tough time catching the football today as the quarterbacks have put them in good position. And Fitchburg's going to have good field position over here.
So Brockton will kick the football in their own end zone. Low kick, takes a Brockton bounce and goes out of bounds at about the 48-yard line. So 8:20 on the clock. Fitchburg has decent, very good field position. Can they capitalize?
They need to capitalize. I mean, you want to go on some type of momentum. You have 8 minutes left before halftime. You know, you want to go in, you know, and say, you know, we're able to score on this Brockton boxer defense. I mean, it's time to go to work if you're Fitchburg. You know, they've jabbed a few times. They felt the team out. But hey, let's go for a blow right now. You know, because the longer you don't want to give Brockton, you know, this confidence. And especially when you're facing a monster like the Boxers and an offensive powerhouse.
Handoff straight ahead, and he gets nowhere. This Brockton defense is really starting to be stingy. That was Osby with the carry. And there was no gain on the carry. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 with 7:56 left in this first half.
No gain in the play. 2nd down and 10.
Kyle Phillips was at quarterback. We're back to Anthony Figueroa, number 3. He's back at quarterback with a man in motion. Long snap count. Figueroa, what a hit, but he gets it off to his running back there, Osby. But just as he pitched it out, he was hammered.
I don't know how he didn't fumble that football. I mean, good poise by him. I mean, what a hit. Pitched it out right in time.
As Figueroa's on the sidelines talking to the coach.
Good ball. Personal foul on the defense. 15-yard penalty.
And they're calling a dead ball foul.
Yikes.
Which is a 15-yard penalty. Not a smart play by the Brockton defense.
Yeah, not something you drew up in the plan book right there. No excuse for those.
First down for the Red Raiders on Brockton's 33-yard
No excuse for those
line.
ones.
So Fitchburg comes out 1st and 10 at Brockton's 32. And they give a direct snap there to number 4, I believe. And he keeps breaking tackles and going forward.
Whoa.
Look at this. And that was Perkins, number 1, with a great run. He just wouldn't go down.
He brought the party with him, 5-10 yards, just carrying probably 5-6 boxers. What effort, what tenacity.
It's a great effort. 7-12. Fitchburg threatening here. They've got their offense spread out. They've got Figueroa at quarterback, and he hands it off straight up the middle to Osby, who might have gotten a yard.
This is where Brockton gets stingy right here. You know, this is where they make their mark as this red zone defense. Did it last week against St. John's.
And I think, Newbie, this is where you said Fitchburg probably has a better chance of just going north to south instead of east to west.
Exactly.
Go straight ahead, they might get something.
Exactly. Let's see if they do that.
And Figueroa keeps it, and he gets a few more yards closer to the goal line, but not in.
Hey, they got positive yardage right there. They picked up about 3-4 yards. That's just what you got to do. Now it's third and goal. Check that. You know, they could actually get a first down without scoring, if I'm not mistaken. Theoretically.
So third down, 4 yards to go for a first down. They still have a chance to get a first down. They don't have to put it in the end zone to get a first down. I mean, they don't have to put it in the end zone to get a score. They can actually get a first down if they don't get it here. And they give it to number 1, and he goes straight in for the score. Looks like close. And he just misses scoring, but he does get a first down. With 5:22 on the clock, it'll be first and goal for the Red Raiders.
Four more first downs to get 2 yards.
So first and goal from the 2. Let's see how stingy Brockton's defense can be. Fitchburg has had success going straight ahead. Shotgun formation. Quarterback keeps it straight ahead for the touchdown. Nice little fake to the running back, and he goes the opposite way in for the score.
That's good football. It's called lunch pail football. Nothing special. 9 to 5. No lunch break. Just go straight to work.
And a nice job by the Fitchburg Raiders to march the ball down the field. They got the field position and around the midfield and just marched it down. Took some time off the clock. And there's a 6-6 tie at the moment.
But it feels like Brockton's dominating this game, but after this extra point, Fitchburg may be leading. I mean, Brockton's truly dominated this game.
Perkins will attempt the point after. Kick is up, and the kick is good.
Wow.
So like you said, the kick is good. 7-6 Fitchburg.
Hey, we're in a ball game. We're in a fight. You know, this is what's going to happen. We're in a ball game right now. This is Fitchburg. They came in here, and I like how they initially came. You know, they were intimidated, and it was so crucial to get the crowd the game. And relatively speaking, the crowd has not got back into the game, you know, after the initial first minutes.
And that's what Fitchburg wants to do. They want to keep this Brockton crowd out of the game, and the only way to really do that, you have to keep your offense out there on the field as much as possible. Keep Brockton's offense off the field.
Exactly. In Fitchburg, you know, one thing they struggle with throwing the ball on the flat and with these screen passes and so forth, but they have been very successful running the ball right up the gut of Brockton's defense and playing tough, hard-nosed, lunch pail football. You know, definitely not pretty, but, you know, they had the lead.
So back deep for Brockton. It's like Albert Louise Jean and number 8 maybe, Jesse Montero or Offley. Yeah, it looks like it could be Offley and Louise Jean. And the short kick. And taken there by, I believe, number 26 for Brockton. Nice job bringing the football back upfield. Is that 26 or 28?
28 right there.
Louise, Shaquin Louise with the carry. Nice job by Louise. So Brockton has nice field position with 4:51 left in this second quarter.
Golden opportunity right now to punch in some points before going into the locker room. So this is the time for Brockton to really make some hay right now.
And it looks like the tight end moved for Brockton. And that was number 80, Brian Massey. You can see tight end closest to your screen here as he moved. So that'll be a 5-yard penalty. So here come the boxes. The I formation in the backfield. Marat's at quarterback. Gives the option and it's miscued there, so it's a fumble.
Ooh.
And Trevor Offley falls on the football, but not a good pitch out by the quarterback.
To say the least. Yikes. Ouch.
That's something you don't see too often, a miscue like that. The quarterback just did not get that ball off over there to Offley.
Lucky Fitchburg didn't recover and run that in for 6 points.
So it'll be second down in about 28. Actually, the ball is on the 28. Yep, yards to go, 28 yards to go. Ball is on the 22-yard line. 28 yards for first down. Maratz drops back, looks downfield, fires, has a man, but a little bit overthrown. That was Ralph Cherry, the intended receiver.
Cherry's had his hand on a few balls that can't quite pull it in.
And that one there was just no way he was going to pull that one in. So bring up third down. And 28. Brockton having a little tough time getting this machine going here on this particular series. Marat stays in the pocket, looks downfield, fires a deep pass, and it's caught off the defender, and he's going in for the score. What luck right there and fortune for the Brockton Boxers. And a nice play there by number 18, Lucas DePina, who had the sense enough to keep his concentration and catch the football after it went off the defender.
Well, yeah, I mean, that was actually part of the playbook. They actually intended on doing that. I was actually watching the pregame. They said, we're going to intentionally deflect it off your hand. But, no, you know what? Yeah, you know, in terms of the concentration, but, hey, you know, thrown into double coverage wasn't exactly the greatest idea, but it worked out. They got 6 points. So it's one of those things. Good teams get lucky, I guess.
Exactly. And that could have went the wrong way, where it could have been intercepted.
Exactly.
And it's just one of them things.
I guess
couldn't happen at a better time than on Brockton High's birthday night.
Exactly. Good teams get lucky. So Brockton gets a mulligan on that one.
And we've got flags right off the bat. And there'll be a substitution infraction on Brockton, so that'll bring the ball back 5 yards for the point after. Boy, that was something would be nice to see on replay there. And we have one of the best seats in the house to see that one develop. As we will hopefully have our replay back soon as our high-tech technicians
I'll take care of it tomorrow. I'll fix it.
Very good.
Take it upon myself.
So a timeout on Brockton with 3:35 left on the clock. As Newbie said, we got an exciting halftime show. Brockton 40th birthday party. The new Brockton High here opened up back around 1970, I believe.
I'm a proud graduate of Brockton High class of 2006, yourself 74. And, I was talking to Dr. Zach a few days ago, and I said, Dr. Zach, I noticed, whenever I talk to Brockton people, there's a certain swagger. He said, yeah, and they deserve that swagger because, many people didn't think that an urban school would be such a powerhouse. So, they say, oh, Brockton people got a little swagger. Yeah, we do. Because, we've defied the odds. That New York Times article, 4,300 kids, typically that's not the formula for a good learning atmosphere. But that formula for Brockton High is award-winning atmosphere. So, just a real special night. I'm pretty sure everyone feels the way I'm feeling right now.
Brockton's going for the two-point conversion. And a pitch out there to Offley. Tries to cut around the corner. And does he get in? Yes, he does. Great effort by Offley to get in there for that 2 points. I didn't think he was going to get in from up here.
So let's see right now what the Red Raiders have in stock right now. I mean, they a tough break on their end. They got 3:35 left, plenty of time to stir up some magic going into halftime. Let's see what they got. Let's see what type of fight they're made of.
Well, I tell you, that score definitely lifted the spirits here of these Brockton fans. So it'll definitely be a joyous halftime celebration here at Rocky Marciano Stadium. And I believe we're going to have some nice throwback music to go with the party from our DJ up here, Artie Diaz, who's going to give us some of that old school stuff.
Our Diaz is definitely giving some old school music during the pregame. Listen to some old school jams that
yeah, we have our Brockton High.
I was even born for.
Yeah, actually, we have our Brockton High band setting up, too. They're going to be giving us some old school selections. And nice tackle there by number 28, Luis.
Good open field tackle right there. It looks easier than it really was.
So 1st and 10 for the Red Raiders. 3:29 left in this second quarter. Figueroa gives it to the running back, and he is met after about a yard gain. Met with a helmet in his chest. I'll bring up about 2nd down and about 8 yards to go.
It's interesting to see if the Red Raiders will start throwing the football, considering the time is winding down right now. I know they've been successful running the football, but they're against the clock right now. I try to maybe take some shots in the middle and see what you can get.
And there's going to be some movement by the offense. And you'll see the referee's call. Yep, false start on the offense. That's a 5-yard penalty. 2 minutes, 50 seconds left here. Brockton with a 14-7 lead. one thing Fitchburg doesn't want to do. They don't want to give up the football too early. They want to try and hold on to this football.
They got to definitely, try to move the football. At least they're taking their sweet time. There's 2 minutes left in the half.
And whistles blow again. I believe that's going to be delay a game. And that's what it is, delay a game. Like you said, taking too much time there at the line of scrimmage.
They definitely are delaying, everything right now. I mean, you got to have some sense of urgency. But now you're getting to the stage of, okay, we're at the 10-yard line. Should we just take a kneel? I mean, honestly, or risk a turnover and give Brockton great field position.
Figueroa at quarterback.
I mean, if you're going to play like this.
Looks for the man in motion, and they hand it off to the man in motion. And that was Perkins with the carry.
Just having a little tough time understanding, Miles, the execution by this Red Raider team. So now we're under. So they called timeout. They're under 2 minutes left, and still continue to run the football. I mean, I know that's their strong point, but you got to know that, hey, it's less than 2 minutes left. We got to move right now.
Yep, Brockton calls a 20-second timeout. 1:55 left on the clock. And here come the Red Raiders. Third down, about 9 yards to go, and more whistles. And Fitchburg calls a timeout. So I guess they want to use their timeouts. I don't.
Yeah, I'm having a tough time understanding this because it's. Are they trying to move the football, or just have a little tough time right now?
This is Brockton Community Access. I'm Miles Jackson along with Nubi Rito on a beautiful evening, autumn evening here at Rocky Marciano Stadium. And the ball is handed off. It's a fumble. And it's kicked backwards. And Figueroa has it, but he is taken down at about the 1 yard line. And what a play that was.
It's third down. It's third down. I think it's a safety, but they're not going to call it down to one.
Yeah, it looked very close to a safety.
It's third down. I punt it. I mean, what? Hey, I'll punt it right now. I mean, I just really am having a hard time understanding the thinking of the Red Raiders. I mean, are they trying to just run out the clock, or are they trying to score? And if they're trying to score by running, that's not how to do it.
Yeah, that's a very good question.
If you're just trying to run out the clock, you don't call a timeout, too. I don't know, everything's really flustering me right now. It's actually 4th and 32, so they're.
So Brockton's going to have a tough, Fitchburg's going to have a tough time punting the football with the ball on the 1 yard line. So the punter won't have much room back there in the end zone to.
And Miles, if I'm you, I'm not even putting a receiver for Brockton.
Send everybody?
I'm sending everybody. You're going to have good field position regardless. I'm sending the house. And this is a high school football game. People could, botch the snap. I mean, anything could happen. I'd really send the house right now. I doubt that's going to happen, but. See what happens here. It's going to be a tough time. The snap is crucial.
So Fitchburg will attempt to punt the football out of the end zone. And that's Perkins back there at the edge of the end zone.
He has to watch his foot and make sure he didn't step out of bounds.
And Brockton does not attempt to rush the kicker. They're going to take a run back. And taken down nicely is Fitchburg. That was Luis Jean with the football. He got about 3 or 4 yards downfield and was tackled immediately.
Right now, you have to have a killer instinct. If you're Brockton, you're thinking 7. You are automatically thinking 7 right now. You're in perfect field position, 125 left. You go for the touchdown.
And I'm sure that's what Coach Colombo is going to do. He's got that killer instinct. Maybe put the knockout punch here in the first half. So here come the Boxers out of their huddle. Marat's at quarterback. He's at the shotgun formation with a spread out offense. You got Offley in the backfield with Marat's. 1:25 on the clock. Hands it off to Offley. And he goes straight ahead. And is there a fumble? Oh, no, he
just refused to go down.
Okay. Offley refused to go down.
Just wasn't an option.
And Brockton gets back quickly. And it's an official's timeout. And you've got somebody hurt on the Fitchburg side of the ball.
Can't really see who it is from here.
It's like number 11. That's Kyle Phillips, one of the quarterbacks who's been used sparingly here in this first half. And he could have an ankle injury.
More news off the press. Class of 1980 will celebrate 30 years. Saturday, October 23rd at the Shaw Center, $60 per ticket. That's the class of 1980, Saturday, October 23rd at the Shaw Center.
So play resumes. They've got the injured player off the field. 1 minute and counting. Clock is running. Brockton has the football deep in Fitchburg territory. 3 wide outs there to the bottom of your screen. Luis Jean at the top of your screen. Quarterback rolls out to his right. He feels the pressure, and he's going to run with it. Gets a lead block. Still going on his feet, and he run out of bounds inside the 10-yard line with 32 seconds left on the clock.
A good headsy play right there by Maras. You know, no one's open, but you want to get some positive yardage. Just made an executive decision that I'm going to go ahead and run and try to score myself. And having the sense of mind to run out of bounds to save some time on the clock.
Brockton calls a timeout with 32 seconds to go. Coach Colombo wants to make sure that he's going to get something out of here, hopefully 7 points. As you can see, Coach Colombo is taking no prisoners. Well, Newbie, with 3 minutes left in the first half, it was only a 7-6 ball game. Fitchburg was leading. Now with 32 seconds left, we've got a 14-7 lead and possibly can tag on some more points.
I mean, that's how quickly the game could turn around, and because of that magic T word, turnovers. You know, that's what it came down to in the first half, was turnovers. And timely turnovers in terms of for the defense. I mean, that was huge with the botched pitch right there that Fitchburg had.
And probably one of the biggest plays on defense, as far as the defense is concerned with the Boxers, they held the Fitchburg team down there on that goal line stance. Well, it was close. They were down there about 11-yard line, but they couldn't punch it in.
Yep.
Early in the ball game. So here come the Boxers. Offense spread where everybody's spread out. Offley and Marat's in the backfield. Shotgun formation. And there's a miscue, but Maratz holds on to it, looks for somebody. Directing traffic, and he is met hard at the, say about the 8-yard line.
They got to hurry up.
And with
right
the
here.
clock running down to 14 seconds and counting.
They got time for one more play.
And he's going to down the ball quickly. So 4 seconds left. What's he going to do? What do you think? Field goal?
It's a good question, Miles. I wasn't ready for that one. Yeah, I do field goal.
Yeah.
You know, you want to go up by 2 possessions. I do the field goal here. You don't want to walk away with nothing. And Fitchburg right now, they're playing tough deep. It's harder to get touchdown, especially when the field shrinks in the wedge zone, and you got a pretty reliable kicker.
So they are going to try a field goal with DePina, who had his longest field goal of the season last week, 41 yards.
With room to spare. Could have been 50.
So the whistles blow, and it's going to be a timeout.
Is this the ice the kicker?
Yeah, timeout Fitchburg. They want the kicker DePina to think about it.
How do you feel about that, Miles? And I know a lot of NFL teams do that, where they call a timeout just before. And how do you feel about that?
It's a good move, only because it just depends on the mental state of the kicker. You're going to have some kickers that it doesn't bother them at all. They're ice cold. They're going to get up there and do what they got to do. Then you got the other kickers that might have to think about it a little bit. But the majority of the kickers will just shrug it off, shrug the timeout off, and just go ahead and kick the field goal. But you do have that small percentage of kickers that just don't have that quite mental toughness to last that minute or so of that timeout.
A lot of times, actually, in terms of they call timeout and the kicker will miss the field goal. And then, when the actual kick really counts, they make it. So, I mean, it could backfire. So, one way to find out.
So here we go, 4 seconds on the clock. Brockton will attempt the 3-point field goal to take a 17-7 lead. Right now, 14-7. DePina lines up. There's the snap. Kick is up, and kick is no good. No good, just to the left of the crossbar. So Brockton cannot capitalize in them last seconds, but they still got a 14-7 lead.
Not a bad half overall for Fitchburg. I mean, to only be down by 1 possession and holding, them right there from not going up 21 to 7 and missing the field goal. Fitchburg's not in bad shape, relatively speaking. Brockton definitely had the opportunities to capitalize, so they have to do that in the second half. So I'm excited, but I think Brockton definitely missed the opportunities.
Okay, we're getting ready for our halftime show. I believe we're going to stay around and watch this birthday halftime show, starting off with the Brockton High Marching Band. So we'll just let everybody enjoy the show, and we'll be back in a moment. I'm Miles Jackson along with Newbie Rito. We'll be back.
Good evening again, everybody. This is Dr. Zach again, the very proud principal of Brockton High and class of '71 alumni member. Now, we have a very special halftime show for everybody. We always have a special halftime show, but tonight it's extra special. If you look down by the track, you see the banners of every class to have graduated from Brockton High School. From 71 all the way to 2010, and we have representatives from every single class. So tonight, it is about saying, happy birthday, Brockton High, welcome home, alumni, go Boxers, and now the pride is arrived. Let the fanfare begin!
Brockton High School Marching Band, Majorettes, Color Guard, and our halftime dancers. Give it up for the alumni. A show of Brockton pride. All the classes represented on the field.
To the second half kickoff of Brockton High football. This is Miles Jackson along with Newby Rateau bringing you all the exciting action here from Rocky Marciano Stadium. And happy birthday, Brockton High. And what a great halftime show that was.
I mean, really brought chills to me. I mean, really just I had a chance to see a few high school buddies I haven't seen in a while. Just this halftime show really just brought camaraderie within the whole stadium. It was just absolutely fantastic right there. I mean, just brought chills. I mean, really got to give kudos to Mr. McCreena and the marching band. I mean, wow. And then all the classes being represented and the parade coming out the stadium just really brought chills to me. Short kick right there. Looks like they're trying to attempt a half-hearted onside kick or either a botched kickoff. Either way, it didn't turn well for the Red Raiders.
No, not at all.
I don't know what that was. Was it an onside kick or he just had a tough time kicking the ball for the kickoff?
So it's like Brockton starts off with decent field position. Ball placed at the 42-yard line of Brockton. Again, Brockton with a 14-7 lead coming in here with the momentum in the second half of this football game. Marat's at quarterback with the I formation, handed straight off to Offley, looks for a spot, and he is taken down behind the line of scrimmage. Nice pursuit right there by the Red Raiders.
Yeah, Offley's having a tough time getting some positive yards. Kudos to the defensive line for the Red Raiders. Really, their defense has been solid today. It really has.
Good point. The defensive line has done a good job with Brockton's offensive line, which leads to Offley not getting a lot of yardage out there running the football.
Definitely, they got some fast D linemen who really can match his speed. Been very impressive so far with their defense.
Marat's pressure right away. He drops back and gets sacked.
Wow.
At about the 30-yard line.
This team is coming out firing in the second half.
And Brockton's offensive line on those 2 downs right there were just overmatched by the Red Raiders of Fitchburg's defensive line.
Defense is coming out to work. I mean, I don't know what, halftime speech the coach gave, but, something's working.
Well, Brockton's got a long way to go for a first down. 3rd down and 19 yards to go for a first. Not the way we expected Brockton to start the second half.
Yeah. A lot of 3rd and longs this whole game for Brockton. I mean, putting them in a tough position.
Right, draw play. And that's Awfully with the football still going, trying to get a first down, and he's just out of bounds, just short of a first down.
I was saying before, a lot of 3rd and longs. I mean, I'm trying to think even, I believe that touchdown that was deflected was a 3rd down. It was a 3rd and 28, if I'm not mistaken. So, Brockton's, they're fortunate to get a nice little pickup right here by Awfully, but they want to make it to 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5, 3rd and manageable.
9:07 left in this 3rd quarter. Brockton's going to go for the 4th. Brockton's going to go for the 4th down here. 4th and about 2 yards to go. And I think they're going to call a timeout. So Brockton takes a 20-second timeout. Make sure they got the play down correctly. I mean, we're right at midfield. And if Brockton doesn't make it, Fitchburg has excellent field position.
Exactly. And the way the defensive line is playing, this is not a gimme for the Boxers at all.
You said it right there. The way the offensive line has been handling the defensive line, and this is not a gimme, as you said.
I mean, if I'm Brockton, I don't get cute. I don't do a sweep. Just go right down, give it to Awfully, right down the gut.
And this offensive line of Brockton is going to have to start opening up some holes for Awfully to really show his stuff. It comes hand in hand. Great running backs need great or good offensive lines. So here we go. Formation is tight. You've got an I formation in the backfield. And there's going to be a flag.
Yikes.
That's going to be too much time. And that will change the complex. Brockton's going to have to kick the football.
This Brockton is shooting themselves in the foot right there. I mean, delay of game is completely on the offense. I mean, when you leave an underdog in the game, they start to get some confidence.
So let's see if Fitchburg can get a little confidence here, a little momentum going. They will get the football back with 9:07 on the clock here in the 3rd quarter. Nice high kick. Taken at the 16. Straight ahead he goes. Still going and makes it at about the 45-yard line. Perkins with a nice carry up the left side of the football field.
Good punt right there in terms of yardage, but didn't get a lot of hang time, which gave him the ability to receive the football with the defense not getting back. So got some holes and, returned the football.
Exactly. Perkins found the holes on that very quick kick. So Fitchburg with the football with 8:55 left here in the 3rd quarter. Brockton holding on to a 7-point lead. And it looks like Figueroa at quarterback.
Ooh.
And
yellow.
The ball carrier is met by number 32, James Flores, one of the captains of that defense.
Both defenses, Miles, have really just been on their A game. I mean, just relentless.
And you can see Flores coming over to talk to the defensive coordinator. Flores with the big hit. So it's going to be, let's see, there was a flag on the play.
On the offense, 15-yard penalty, repeat first down.
Ouch.
Ooh, that's a big 15-yard
Woo.
penalty, blocking below the knees.
And granted, very dangerous too. I mean, warranted of the 15 yards. Those spell, injuries. I mean, dangerous right there.
And that's one of the first big mental errors that Fitchburg has committed this evening.
Well, I mean, both teams seem to not want to win this game. I mean, they're like giving each other the game. I mean, just turnovers and so forth. No real team taking control of the game, really.
Figueroa hands it off. And I believe that was to Perkins for not much of a gain. Okay, that was number 5, Osby, with the carry. So second down.
Second and 25 still.
Second and 25 with the clock running a little bit under 8 minutes to go. And here come the Red Raiders. They have their offense spread out, shotgun formation. Figueroa with the ball, little pitch out. And there's nowhere to go for Osby. And like you said, they don't have much luck going east to west. They need to go north or south.
Exactly. Too fast on the corners right there. It's just both teams just having a tough time offensively getting any type of momentum.
So that brings up third down and 28 to go.
Yeah, these are downs you don't want to hear. Third and 28, third and 32. Those are typically not good downs. Not sure about nowadays, but typically those are not good downs.
Red Raiders have 3 wide receivers on the right-hand side, but they go to the left, and the pass is broken up and intercepted. What a leaping grab by number 20.
Yeah, I mean, throwing into double coverage, you're forced right there. I mean, you got to learn to throw it out of bounds. An incomplete pass is not the worst thing in the world. You don't want to force a turnover right there. Granted, it was almost like a punt. More than likely, that's probably where they received the football if they punted. But, you don't want to throw into double coverage. I mean, throw the ball away.
So I believe that was number 20, Albert Louise Jean, with the interception. He went up for that one and just stole it. So Brockton with great field position inside Fitchburg's territory. Ball at the 47. Handoff to Offley. Finds an opening, and there he goes. He's to the 30, the 20. He's going to go all the way. And did they stop him? I believe so. They just pushed him out of bounds. Wow.
You want to talk about breakaway speed. Wow. I mean, that's some breakaway speed right there. This guy just turned up to shift 5. Went to a whole new stratosphere on that one.
And I tell you, Newbie, what made that long run possible was the right side of that offensive line finally opened up a nice hole for the running back to go through. And Offley took advantage of it and headed straight down to the end zone.
Good job by Offley also following his blocks and not trying to get too creative. Just didn't get cute, followed his blocks, and went from there.
So first and goal with 6:48 here in the third quarter. Brockton trying to put this one out of reach. And a quarterback sneaks straight in. And it's going to be close. He did not make it. Maratz with the carry. So it'll be second and goal. Gain of 3 on the play.
Second and goal from the 1.
I know that defensive line, maybe they might be starting to get a little tired out there.
Both defenses, for that, right? They've been on the field majority of the time.
Little fade out there to the end zone, no good.
Yeah, I'm having a tough time understanding that call. 3rd and 1, let's punch it in there on a 3rd and 1.
I say try pitching it out to well, the pitch out hasn't worked well this evening.
Yeah, pitch out, I mean, in terms of the Red Raiders speed, they really haven't gotten caught off guard with that. I'm not a big fan of, when it's 3rd and 1 to throw it backwards. Throw it backwards 3-4 yards. 3rd and 1, let's go for positive yardage.
Big 3rd down situation here for the Boxers as they try to punch it in. Straight ahead to Offley, looks for a block, cuts back in, and does he get in? Touchdown!
There you go.
And there's a flag on the play.
Maybe unsportsmanlike or unnecessary something.
And let's hope it's not taking away the touchdown.
I think it's after the touchdown. Let's find out here.
After the touchdown, we're going to dead ball, personal foul on the defense. Touchdown score.
So, a little frustration shown by the Red Raider football players.
Yeah, it looks like that penalty be tacked on during the kickoff.
So nice job by the offensive line and Offley to follow his blocks in for that touchdown.
I mean, Boxers they wear you down. They just keep coming, just relentless.
And point after is good by DePina. So Brockton leads 21-7 with 5:52 left in this 3rd quarter, with this big crowd of Brockton alumni and fans here at Rocky Marciano Stadium. And that puts a little bit of ease on Brockton's part as far as they got a 2-touchdown lead, 2 possessions with 5:52. They basically held Fitchburg in check since the 1st quarter.
Yeah, they have. They definitely have. And Fitchburg, they flirted with some touchdowns but never really got a chance to punch anything in. They've been in the red zone 3 times and only have 1 touchdown to show for it. But again, this is what Brockton does. This Brockton just is that mosquito in the summertime that you just can't kill. I mean, you keep on clapping at it just all day. That mosquito just bothers you until you just say, all right, you go inside. You know what? You win. Just continuously just nagging you. I'm sorry, I'm just thinking of the summertime, man. These mosquitoes just be bothering me. I'm sorry. I'm like, you know what? I'm going inside.
So Fitchburg will get the ball back again here in the 3rd quarter. A lot of time left, 5:52 on the clock. This is Brockton Community Access Sports, bringing you the best in New England high school football right here in Brockton, Massachusetts. The Boxers coming in here at 3 wins and 1 loss. Ball is taken. There he goes. Breaks a few tackles and hammered, but still on his feet. Nice display of running with the football there.
On that last play, hard hit, but hip wrapping down. So you tackle. You don't want to just try to body shoulder someone, and because typically, if they have a lot of momentum, they'll bounce right off you. You want to go for a strong tackle. With a fundamental tackle, rather than just try to charge someone with the shoulder.
So 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line of Fitchburg. Red Raiders need to have something happen here. Little wildcat offense. And that was Perkins with the carry. Fitchburg running a little wildcat.
Wildcats seem to die down. I mean, I was actually watching the Miami game. Miami is actually famous for this Wildcat. Now, only 2 Wildcat players, so it's most defenses have kind of cut along, and it's kind of wore out its welcome.
So 2nd and 10 for the Red Raiders. That's Figueroa at quarterback. Goes to his left, pitches out, and he's got an opening.
Yellow.
There he goes. That's Osby. And he's finally dragged down from behind. Touchdown saving tackle by number 20, Louise Jean for Brockton. And that was a textbook type of pitch out. As they get a big gainer.
Big positive yardage right there. Probably their biggest run of the game. Finally finding some daylight in the Brockton defense. Again, this Brockton defense may be a little tired.
So 1st and 10 in Brockton territory. Red Raiders with the football. Figueroa pitches it out, is popped, and taken down. Ball is fumbled out of bounds by Osby. And Figueroa, he was popped again as he pitched out that football. And once he let it go, he was flattened.
Yeah, the hits by Brockton, I mean, you're definitely going to feel this in the morning. Punishing hits by the Brockton boxers right now. Good thing it's not cold outside. Wow, that would really hurt.
It's a beautiful autumn night here.
So I have a chance. Just want to thank the planning committee for this event today. I mean, really well organized, well orchestrated.
Okay, whistles blow as you had Perkins lined up as quarterback back there. So another Wildcat type of formation for the Fitchburg team. As Fitchburg's coach talks to his quarterback, Anthony Figueroa, 170-pound senior. .428 on the clock.
Crowd still festive and full of spirit.
Yeah, a lot of school spirit this evening.
Oh, yeah. As those school spirit day over at Brockton High School, I was talking to Dr. Zach. She was saying the place was decked out red and black. It's an awesome day to be at Brockton High School.
Perkins with the football option. He throws it. Got a man wide open. Touchdown.
Wow.
Totally fooled the Brockton defense. Totally fooled them and had a man wide open as Perkins took the snap, rolled to his right, found the open man out there, was faking that he was going to run the football, and threw a perfect strike to the receiver out there for Fitchburg, and gets a quick score with 4:20 left on the clock, and all of a sudden it's kind of quiet around here.
That's what the Red Raiders are saying right now.
Yep.
We're not going out anytime fast. The effort by this team, this is a good football game. Really good football game.
Snap is down. Kick is up. And the kick is good, but there's a flag on the play. Could be roughing the kicker, maybe.
Definitely a dead ball. I think it's a dead ball whistle.
And with 4:20 left in the third quarter.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker.
And that's what it was, roughing the kicker. I happened to see the kicker on the ground. So that's what they called.
20 left in the third quarter. Foxes 21, Red Raiders 14.
So that penalty will be assessed on the kickoff. Red Raiders just won't go away. A 7-point Brockton lead with 4:20 left still here in the third quarter. So for the first time since the first quarter, Fitchburg answers the bell and comes out of here with 7 points.
So Fitchburg definitely, keeping this game within one possession. They just want to stay in the ball game. Stay in the ball game to the end.
Well, Brockton will receive the football. And they've got their deep threats back there, Offley and Louise Jean. Perkins will kick, and it's a little squibber. And nicely played up front there by one of the Brockton defenders.
Yeah, it's, I don't like that call. No need for an onside kick. You're down by one possession. Trying to catch Brockton off guard. No need for that. Now you're leaving Brockton a good offense with good field position. Do that in the fourth quarter when you desperately need it.
Yeah, I think Fitchburg's coach thought he could fool Brockton there.
Even if you're down by two possessions, I understand that. But one possession, third quarter, still plenty of time left. There's no need to do that. Now, granted, if they get the onside kick, great call. He's a gutsy coach.
Hand off to Offley, shakes a tackle, goes around the left side looking for more room, dishes out some punishment, and close to a first down. Let's see where they mark it. And that'll be a first down. 10-yard carry by Offley. And Offley's starting to heat up a little bit.
Yeah, he's definitely finding some holes. Definitely has a little giddy up to the step.
First and 10 from the 45.
Little pitch out to Offley on the right-hand side. Jukes back and just gets about a yard, if that.
Yeah, these sweep plays, I'm not a big fan of them. The defenses by either team are too good. These sweep plays are just not going to work. They haven't been working the whole game.
So that brings up second down and 10. Little or no gain on the carry. 3 minutes, 46 seconds and counting till this third quarter is over. We still got a whole fourth quarter to go. A lot of football left.
Sit back, relax. It's definitely a show right here. This game is close to being over.
And here come the boxes. I formation in the backfield. Marat's at quarterback. Pass is incomplete.
Pass is incomplete. Intended for Luigi.
Really hasn't been too many passes attempted by the Brockton quarterback today.
They've definitely taken what the defense has given them.
I tell you, the defense has been applying a lot of pressure on the quarterback when he tries to throw the football, so he really hasn't felt too comfortable back there in the pocket.
Yeah.
So third down and about 9 yards to go. Marat drops back, pressured, and he's sacked.
Whew. He's having a tough time out there.
That defensive line and company, that was a little of a blitz. They're really manhandling that offensive line here this evening.
They're like a bunch of hungry dogs right now, just looking at raw meat. They are just on a whole different level, just their intensity in the second half particularly.
Yeah, they just have Brockton's offensive line really having a tough time protecting their quarterback. So Fitchburg has a chance to get the ball back, and a high snap over his head. DePina looks, trying to juke, and he's going to be taken down. And what a big play that was right there. Bad snap by the snapper.
Fasten your seatbelt, Miles. Fasten your seatbelt. We got ourselves a ball game over here.
And Fitchburg has a chance to get within 1 point of this football game. Get within 1 point of Brockton. If they can score 6 points here, it's a 20 to 21 Brockton lead, and then what happens after that? Extra point or 2 point conversion.
But honestly, Miles, the game's been a story of turnovers. Each team has just not been able to keep the football. And these turnovers are not just turnovers at the 40. They're at the other team's goal line. This in inopportune positions.
This will be a very interesting set of downs here for Fitchburg. and especially for Brockton. Low snap, breaks a tackle. Perkins still on his feet, touchdown. Perkins somehow, with a bad snap, breaks tackles and somehow inches his way into the end zone, wiggles his way into the end zone. Not good tackling by the Brockton defense there. And they are stunned. This crowd is stunned.
Wow.
Newbie, that's what they do down on the football field. With their finger up to their lips. This ain't over. Like you said, this is not over. Here's the point after. Kick is up, and the kick is
no good.
No good. No good.
Huge.
With 2:22 left in this third quarter, somehow Brockton dodges a bullet with the tie, and they still hold on to a 1-point lead.
Definitely huge right there. Let's see. This game's definitely come down to field position. Field position and turnover. It's the story of this whole game. Teams getting the ball in perfect field position, and are you able to capitalize?
Well, I'll tell you, the offensive line for Brockton High is going to have to do some soul searching here from here on in and figure out a way to protect their quarterback when there's a pass play, and also to continue on a consistent basis and try to make some holes for Offley and company. Because right now, that defensive team of Fitchburg is feeling pretty good right now.
Yeah, but after all that, after all the turnovers, and after Fitchburg continuing to not give up, they're still up by 1, still winning the football game. This is good for Brockton. It's a test. All it is a test. It's a simple test, and Brockton has to prove that they can pass this test.
So a test of adversity.
Yeah, that's all it is. So, Brockton's still winning the game. Just, be patient. Run your offense.
And he's taken down quickly. I believe that was Louise Jean.
If you got around that corner right there, it could have been a lot more yards. There's a lot of green on the other side of the field if you got around that corner. You had some blockers in front of him.
And if you notice, Fitchburg's kick is kind of kicking him gingerly. He doesn't want to kick that high kick where the kickoff team can form that protective wall for the running back to bring it back down. So clever coaching there by Fitchburg.
Brockton again in tough field position.
So here comes Maratz and company with 2:16 left here in the third quarter, trying to put something together here. Because right now it's awfully close. A 1-point Boxer lead. Handoff straight up the middle. Gain of around 3. And I think what Brockton needs right now, they need to march this football down the field. I mean, it'd be nice to get the quick strike, but I think they really need to hold on to the football and march down the field and take some time off the clock.
You want to milk some clock and have a nice, solid, pounding, physical drive. That really...
work on this defense and kind of soften them up a little bit if they can.
It's like a heavyweight fight. 12 rounds, just keep jabbing. And then eventually that big fella's going to go down.
Maratz hands it off again to Offley. He has an opening. There he goes for a first down and a little bit more.
There you go. Keep jabbing. Just got to keep jabbing.
So nice hole there on the right-hand side of the offensive line. So they'll move the flags. It'll be another first down. Less than a minute and 15 seconds to go here in the third quarter with time running.
First and 10 for the Boxers in row 31.
Boxers come out in the I formation. Morash drops back quickly, little quick down and out there to Luis Jean, and he gets a quick 7 or 8 yards on the pass play. And Fitchburg did a nice job covering the play there because, as you know, Luis Jean's very dangerous. And they had 2 or 3 guys right on him once he caught that football. So Fitchburg doing a nice job on keying on key players for Brockton. Boxers in the 2nd down, 2 yards to go. Straight ahead with Offley. Gets a first down and more. He's got an opening. There he goes. He's off to the races. He's got 1 man to beat. He's at the 15, the 5, and down there. It looked like a touchdown, but he's down at about the 1 yard line. And Offley's hurt a little bit. Comes up gingerly. Let's hope he's okay, but what a play there. What an opening on the hole there for Offley on the offensive line.
I'm telling you this right now, I mean, what a hole, but in terms of just when he sees that hole, he turns it up to a whole different gear. That breakaway speed is incredible.
You said it right there, that great breakaway speed as he got to about the 45-yard line, and he showed his speed. He just outran the linebackers and the cornerbacks and the safeties.
Whole different Offley right now in the second half. I mean, having a tough time getting some yards, but now it's being more patient, sees the holes right now, and takes full advantage. 4th quarter.
And that's the end of the 3rd quarter. We start our 4th quarter. We'll go to the opposite end of the field. And I see Offley still out there, which is a good sign. But what a run. He electrified the crowd there. Just a straight ahead off tackle. Nice hole by the offensive line. He followed his blocks just enough. Once he saw that open speed in that air, he took off.
2 long runs by Offley.
And he was just dragged down from behind, just barely. From this vantage point, it almost looked like he made it to the end zone, but I believe his knee touched the ground at about the 2 or 3 yard line.
I mean, that could have been his 2nd touchdown of the half. What a great night here, Miles. I mean, awesome. Really awesome.
So we have 11 minutes left in this football game here on the 40th birthday of the Brockton High School with all the alumni since 1970. Yours truly, 1974, representing up here in the booth. Newbie, what year you represent?
The greatest class in Brocktonite history. 2006, what everyone knows. I probably shouldn't have even said that.
2006.
Only 4 years ago, Miles. Good times.
Quarterback sneak. It's good. Touchdown. Moratz. Moratz with the score. Right behind his center.
Right now, I'm going for 2 right now.
Definitely go for 2.
Make it 2-possession game.
And that just let a little bit of the air out of Fitchburg.
You figure right now they'll be up by 8, and they're going to go for the field goal, or for the extra point. But if you go for 2, it would be a 9-point game. I would have gone for 2 over here.
Kick is up. Kick is good. So Brockton has an 8-point lead with 10:57 left on the clock. And what a nice response by the Brockton offense to come back on the field and march a little bit, but then they got the big run from Offley, over 50 yards. And Brockton right now is in command.
4th quarter, Miles, I mean, look at last week's game against St. John's, allowed no points in the 4th quarter. Brockton really turns up to a whole new notch in the 4th quarter. So let's see if the defense can respond. It's 4th quarter, it's a time where you win the game. You win the game in the 1st and 4th quarter of the game. You know, you want to start, you want to finish strong. So let's see if Brockton can finish strong right here. But the resiliency by this Red Raider team, it's not going to be an easy task.
No, it isn't. And definitely now it's put on the opposite side now. Now it's a gut-checking time for Fitchburg. They need to check themselves right now. They know they're going to have to come back and score, hopefully on this possession. They really don't want to come out here, go 3 and out or 6 and out, and give Brockton the ball back. They really need to concentrate on trying to score some points.
Exactly.
They cannot afford to give the Brockton offense the ball back when they have the momentum. Nice high kick. Taken at the 10. That's Perkins with the football. Spun around and taken down nicely at the 25-yard line. So Fitchburg's offense comes back on the field with a big test, big challenge to try to move the football down the field and score some points. Again, they do not want Brockton's offense back on the field anytime soon.
Big drive right here, big drive. It's probably an understatement of the year.
Probably Fitchburg's biggest drive of the night.
Yeah, hands down.
Up to this point, 10:51 to go. Shotgun formation for Figueroa. His offense is spread out. Low snap, he handles it, pitch out, taken down nicely.
Ooh.
You could hear the hit all the way up here.
Woo!
And that was number 21, but I'm not gonna, what is that? Barthélemy with the takedown.
Davison Barthélemy.
Nice play by number 21, the cornerback, Barthélemy. So it'll be second down, loss of 2, 2nd and 12. And there was really nowhere for him to go. He pump faked it. Man was covered over there.
That's called the uh-oh play. You're hiking like, uh-oh.
And he went, Figueroa went straight ahead for really about a gain of 2 yards back to the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah. That was a classic uh-oh play.
So it brings up a big third down situation with 9:40 on the clock and running here in the fourth quarter.
Now we're getting to 3rd and long, and then this is always a dangerous situation because it's a passing down, so now you can bring the blitz and bring the house.
Exactly. Brockton's looking for the pass. They can bring in a blitz, a linebacker, put some pressure on the quarterback. Figueroa back there alone in the shotgun formation, and he's going to call a timeout. So we got a timeout with 9:16 on the clock. He had 5 receivers, but there was something he saw that he didn't like.
It's called the boxer defense. Like,
Basically, yes.
He's like, I got to think about this.
Yeah, he had nobody back there to protect him. You know, he had no running back to protect him. He had 5 wide receivers.
Exactly.
So he just wants to make sure everybody's on the same page.
It's like when you play street football. I mean, I'm playing football, and then I see someone who I know is going to blitz. I say, shotgun. Got to give myself 5 more yards just to think about this, because when you see that blitz coming through, you really got to be able to prepare yourself.
So here comes Fitchburg's offense. Same offensive spread. Figueroa, lone man in the backfield. Low snap again. Passes out there, finds a man.
Uh-oh.
He's got a little opening and gets a first down.
If you cut back to the left, he really would have had some significant yardage on that play.
But he got just enough for the first down, and Fitchburg keeps the football with 9:08 on the clock as they move the sticks. So the Red Raiders passed their first test early on in this drive. They get a first down on a 3rd down attempt. This time Figueroa has some company. Pitches out to the halfback there, and he is taken down nicely for little or no gain. I couldn't see who had the football. I want to say Perkins, number 1, and I believe it was. Perkins having a good game for the Red Raiders. And the Red Raiders, they've got some pretty speedy running backs back there with Perkins and the other fella there.
They definitely can
Osby.
they definitely match Brockton with their speed. I mean, definitely right up there with the Boxers.
Fitchburg going with the Wildcat. And Osby keeps it. He's got an opening. There he goes. And actually, that's Perkins. And he's pushed out of bounds. He saw the opening on the left-hand side, made the right decision to go outside and use his speed to bring the football deep into Brockton territory.
Yeah, this Fitchburg team doesn't know the concept of quit. I mean, they just keep going and going and going. Just when you think they stop, they go. It's that Energizer bunny.
Yeah, basically, Fitchburg's offense fooled Brockton's defense, had him commit over to the left, and he came back to the right and had an opening, just as wide opening out there. And luckily, one of the Brockton defenders took him down before he could get into that end zone. Ball just inside the 30 of Brockton. Figueroa back at quarterback. Well, actually, that's Perkins. Perkins at quarterback. Takes it to the right-hand side, tries to get outside, and gets a couple. About a 3 or 4 yard carry.
Yeah, Perkins having one heck of a ball game over here. Just, you know, I like the adjustment made by the coach.
Yeah, yes, definitely a nice adjustment made by the coach.
You know, it's one thing, you know, to say, hey, this is not working, guys. Let's try something else. Just an outstanding coach to do that.
And the Red Raiders having a little success in this quarter, this late in the game, going to the east and west, basically with that Wildcat setup.
Well, with, you know, they're having you know, the right formation to do so. You know, if you do that in a running back set, I mean, it doesn't necessarily work. But you know, we have the running back as a quarterback. You know, you're kind of putting the defense on the heels.
Figueroa hands it straight ahead to his running back, and he gets close to a first down, maybe about a yard short.
When you have the quarterback running east to west, I mean, you're not sure. The defense doesn't know, you know, if he's going to pass it or throw it. So that's why it's successful. Not to mention the blocking's been better in the second half.
Yeah, great job of play calling here on this drive. As you said, Brockton's not sure what's going to happen on every play. You just don't know. And 20-second timeout by Fitchburg with 7:46 on the clock.
So I thought, Miles, it would have been so crucial to go for 2 on that play. On Brockton's last touchdown, he figures, you know, if they don't make it, it's still a touchdown. It's still 6 points and an extra point. But you know, let's say hypothetically, if the Red Raiders score right here, they can tie the ball game up. As opposed to if you went for 2, you still would have been up by a point.
Well, right now, the Red Raiders got a little bit more than 20 yards to get into the end zone. Right now, it's 3rd down and 2 yards to go for a first. Ball is at the 32. Excuse me, ball is at the 22-yard line. And the Boxers have to figure out a way to stop this offense right now that's clicking.
Yeah.
So, big challenge for the Boxer defense.
We saw in the third quarter the defense, you know, kind of, you know, finding their own and really getting to the quarterback. But now the offense for Fitchburg is now catching up with that defense and finally finding their mojo.
So here we go, 3rd and 2. 7:45 on the clock. On a beautiful night here in Rocky Marciano Stadium. Quarterback sneak is good for a first down. So Fitchburg will continue their drive. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the, I'd say at the 16-yard line of Brockton. Red Raiders trying to get in the end zone. That's Figueroa. Will get the snap. Hands it right off to, I believe, Osby. Yep, he had the carry. No gain on the play. With the clock running, less than 7 minutes to go. Figueroa comes back in to give the play call. Low snap again, but Figueroa has it. He's taken down behind the line of scrimmage, breaks a tackle, but still he is manhandled by this Brockton defense.
Wildcat didn't fool him that time.
Yeah, nice coverage. What I like about that play, Newbie, there seemed to be some urgency on Brockton's defense right there to get to the quarterback before anything can happen.
Well, Brockton's definitely has been very stingy in the red zone, and they're at the 23 right now. So, so when Brockton really tightens up and it really becomes a force to be reckoned with on defense.
So big third down situation is a 3rd and long, 16 to go for Fitchburg. They have to pull something out of their hat here. Figueroa throws it out there to the wide receiver. He's open, but he is taken down quickly, only gain of about 3 or 4 yards. Yeah. So it'll be 4th down and a long, say 14 yards to go, 15 yards to go.
Now they're in trouble right now. Now you got into an automatic passing down. This is where it gets dangerous right here.
Exactly. This is where it gets dangerous. Like you said, automatic passing. You would think it'd be a passing situation. Definitely with about 14 yards to go for a 1st down.
I'd like to think so.
I don't think they could rely on their running game to get that one big play. Let's see what happens. Their offense is somewhat spread out. Figueroa drops in the pocket. He's pressured quickly, looking for someone. Can't find anybody, so he's going to keep it, and he's hammered. He's hammered down there about the 16-yard line. I'm surprised he held onto the football.
Wow.
I couldn't see who made the big hit. Could have been number 51 for Brockton, which was
that's good football right there.
Zachary.
This is championship football. It's ugly. It's ugly. It's not pretty at all.
So 4 minutes, 44 seconds left. Brockton has the football back deep in their own territory, but they rather have it with an 8-point lead. You know what they're going to do. They're going to grind out the football.
I know. All they need is about 1 or 2 first downs to lock up this game.
And forget about grinding it out. It's a rollout. He's going to keep it. And he's taken down after about a 4-yard gain, and that's a new quarterback. Austin
Roberts.
Austin Roberts is out there playing quarterback, who can come in at no problem, at no time, and fill in. So 4:12 left on the clock. Coach Colombo has full confidence in his second-string quarterback, Austin Roberts. 2nd and about 7. And Offley has nowhere to go. So that'll make it a 3rd down. What they really don't want to do, they don't want to make this a quick 3 and out.
Yeah, that's...
Because there's still time on the clock. 3:45 and running.
They need a 1st down right here, and they need it bad.
And that's what Fitchburg is hoping, to get that ball back one more time. Handoff, well, actually Roberts kept it. kind of fooled me on the play, but Austin Roberts got a big first down.
Huge.
Carry there. Big
Huge.
play by the quarterback, Austin Roberts. And he gets a big first down
Looks
there,
like-
and that's really going to hurt the Fitchburg team.
I thought he was going to be short, but just get that few, grounded out those few extra yards.
So Roberts answers the call there with a big first down carry. Clock running with 2:49 on the clock. Roberts hands off straight ahead to the fullback, and it's about a 1 or 2 yard gain. And the way it's going, there's a good possibility here that Brockton High is going to get their birthday present this evening.
Yeah.
A win over a very stingy Fitchburg team.
Like I said, Miles, in the beginning of the fourth quarter, all it is a test. It's a simple test to see can you go through adversity. Because to be quite frank with you, Miles, look at the score right now. You know, I'm looking at this Taunton game, 43-6. That's not going to happen in the playoffs. It's not going to happen in the Super Bowl. You're not going to win 43-6. It's going to be close games. It's going to be more like last week. You win 17 or 14. It's going to be more like this week. These games are tests for playoff teams right here. And playoff teams win the ugly, dirty games where you have 5 turnovers. You still win those games. You know, because it shows that when push comes to shove in the fourth quarter, you're going to execute the way you need to execute to win a football game. And if they win this game, it's probably one of the biggest wins of the year. I think the best win of the year. Football-wise, I wouldn't, exactly show players this for fundamental football. But in terms of attitude, this is a perfect game right here.
And what we just saw was some fundamental football by this Brockton High team to get that first down with 2:29 on the clock. And right now, the clock is not Fitchburg's friend.
You know, Miles, is always a saying, hard work beats talent if talent doesn't work hard. But what happens when talent works hard?
Exactly.
You got the Brockton boxes.
Timeout Fitchburg as they try to keep this clock from running. It's a third down and about 6 yards to go for a first down.
You know, while this timeout's going on right now, I just want to make a personal invite to the public to view my documentary that is premiering Wednesday, October 13th, Sunset, hosted by Newbie Productions. Yours truly, Bridgewater State University, October 13th, free admission. Most of it was shot right here in Brockton, some of it in Brockton High School even. October 13th, the Dunn Conference Center at Bridgewater State University. Definitely come out for that. It should be a packed house. Get there early, so Sunset, October 13th. I'm excited for that. Hope to see you there, Miles.
Oh, I'll definitely, hopefully be there. So here we go, big third down, 2:24 on the clock. Brockton with the football. There's urgency on Fitchburg's part. There's an opening. Offley's got it. He's wide open for a first and more. Cuts back and finally taken down in a big run. And that just about puts the nail in the coffin unless Brockton fumbles and Fitchburg picks it up and runs it back in for a score. But right now, Brockton is in the driver's seat.
I don't want to nitpick here. Great run. Stay in bounds. You got to know. You got to know to stay in bounds and let the clock run.
Good point. Brockton is inside Fitchburg territory.
Actually,
with the
you know what?
clock
Check
running.
that. He did stay in bounds. Outstanding job. Great job. Newbie credit. Disregard what I just said.
Just a little delay on the clock.
A little delay on the clock.
The referee did a nice job of letting the timekeeper to know. Keep it running because he did stay in bounds.
Wow.
Hand off again, straight up the middle.
Austin Roberts got tattooed in the backfield.
Yes, he did. And it looks like he's okay. As we're winding down here, 1:34 seconds to go. I believe Fitchburg maybe doesn't have any more timeouts.
It certainly looks like that. Next game will be right here is Brockton. This is their third. Next week will be their third game of their three-game homestand. It'll be against Pinkerton Academy, which is always a good time. Powerhouse over in New Hampshire. They come here every other year.
Yeah, Newbie, while we have a chance, these great shots we've been getting and the great job down in our tech truck, who can we give thanks to?
Oh, how could I forget? I mean, just our award-winning director, Paul Mandeville, Carl Pride, Mike Simmons, Aaron Tebow, Eric Dresser, Matthew Nelson. Everyone doing a fantastic job. Mike Simmons, if I didn't mention him already. Just a really awesome job by the crew here. Brian Madden get better, a little under the weather today.
Yep, and glad to see Pete back next week, as he had another commitment. He couldn't make it this evening, but he wished the Boxers well, as long Brian did.
But I think we held down the fort well.
I think so.
It's been a while since we announced it. I really can't remember the last time, honestly. It might have been high school.
Could have been basketball.
Yeah. Good to see alumni in the house. Jeffrey Charnell, Art Diaz, Samuel Basong. And that's it.
How you doing? And that's it, folks. Time has run out. The Brockton Boxers come out victorious on this birthday evening, 28-20, as it wasn't an easy task. It was a good football game, and the Red Raiders gave them a great game.
Oh, man. I mean, the respect I have for Fitchburg is incredible. They just continue to fight. Just when you think they're down and out, had a nice long drive, but the better team won today's game. The better team was, when push came to shove, they faced the adversity. In Brockton, this is what we do. We wear you down to the fourth quarter. Great win for the Brockton Boxers. This is what I like to call a playoff-like win. The intensity in this stadium was incredible. Great night, 40th anniversary, and it means a lot to these players right here that they could not only win for the Boxers, but for the alumni.
And there you go. There you have it, folks. On a birthday evening, Brockton 28, Fitchburg 20. I'm Miles Jackson along with Newberry Toe. And I give all my love to the class of 1974. Until next time, we'll see everybody here at Rocky Marciano Stadium. Good night, everyone.